Hey guys, so over the last week or so, I've been messing around with the thermal. I really haven't put it down since I bought it, to be honest with you. I play with it for probably about an hour during the day and, anywhere from 1 to 2 hours at night sitting on the porch. But typically I use my Nightvision. So this is a ANPVS 14 third generation Nightvision. And it's great for seeing stars. And so I love looking at the night sky. However, the thermal doesn't see stars. It only sees heat. So the stars and things like that, it's just, you might as well be looking at a sheet of glass. However, we were spotting some things with this to put the thermal on it. And, well, that's what this video is about. And I'd really like your guys' input on this video. So this isn't going to be the normal video, whatever, but again, this thermal scope is very impressive, I have to say. So we're going to see some things in both the daytime and nighttime through this thermal that are flying around above my house. So there's two objects in particular that I'm really making this video about. So yeah, unexplainable. I don't know. Again, I'll need your input. So let's just go ahead and get into it. All right. All right, so first things first. The center of the screen, we're looking at night vision right now. As I'm looking up the sky, you see the bright light. It's not strobing, it's not flashing, unlike what's below it right there, right? So that's an airplane. The little light below it, that's actually pulsing. And here you can see them passing each other by. They almost look like they're at the same altitude. Now, as the bright white light now on the right side of the blinking light passes by, here you're going to see a meteor streak down behind it. Hold on. It'll be coming up. Hold on. It should be right about now. There it is. Look at that. So anyways, this is just an example of what I'm seeing through the night vision. All right. So now let's move on to some of the things that I can see with the thermal. All right, guys. So let's start this one off with, well, one of those glowing orbs or spheres or whatever it is. So you can see it right there just above the reticle, right? And in the same clip, I'm going to also show you an airplane so you can see the difference. So this one actually looks like, to me, in the thermal, looked like two orbs flying next to each other or two spheres, whatever. And this is, of course, is not the best clip that I'm highlighting this video on. So this is just an example of one of these glowing lights. I'll get to the two best ones here in a second. Now here you can actually see it's an airplane, right? You see the heat plume from the engine. This airplane's actually flying away from me. So I'm looking at the ass end of the airplane. But again, you can pretty much see what that is, right? All right, so let's move on. This next one here, again, if you look at the date and time stamp, it's about not quite an hour later, and there's another one about the same area that the first clip was about. And again, this is just to show you what the thermal is seeing. And basically, it looks like a black dot with, well, it's black hot mode, so it's a sphere. No lights, no blinking lights, no nothing. So, and again, this is not the best clip that I'm actually making this video on. So let's move on and I'll show you some other examples. So you can see the date and time stamps about a week later. So it's on the 8th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And here's an airplane flying overhead. Now this plane is probably cruising at around 20,000 feet, I guess. I would have, looked pretty friggin' high to me. But so I enabled the picture-in-picture on the right side, so you can see it zoomed in and normal view in the center. So again, looking up at it, you can tell it's an airplane. There's no guessing, you know what I'm saying, as far as that goes. So, and here's a bird. So these birds fly over the wooded area of my property. We call them chicken hawks, but these are some pretty big birds. They're some kind of a buzzard. And, there's a whole group of them out there, but I caught this one fairly close to the house, just to show you, again, how the thermal sees a bird, an airplane, right? Now here you can see a group of these birds. There's like 3 of them out there, you know, further away, but you can still make them out. You can still see that these are birds. You know, they're, again, it's not a big guessing thing. You're not looking at the thermal going, oh, it's possibly an orb, you know. So you can see it's focused in. But here's another airplane, again, at 2:30, so about an hour later, we caught another airplane flying overhead, and again took the opportunity to get it on the thermal. Again, I'm doing this so that I can be as transparent as possible. You know, it's not that I'm not zooming in or not seeing, you know, or trying to make these spheres or orbs or whatever the hell they are, I don't know, out to be something else, because you can see that these are airplanes. You can see that those are birds and the common things that you're going to see flying around in the sky. But these orbs, I don't know. So the next clips, this is the meat of the video. So let's get into these. These are the cool ones coming up right now. All right, so as you can see, this one's hauling butt across the sky. And this is almost 10:30 at night on the 7th. And this thing is wasting no time. It is booking butt. No blinking lights, nothing. It's just some type of a sphere, or I don't know what the heck to call it. And I'm going to show this clip again. So we're going to check this thing out again. But look at this thing. And it disappeared into the cloud. So that's where I lost track of it. And I was checking out some deer as well. But so you can see that the scope is focused. And here it is again. So, like I said, I don't know what this is. It was a really cloudy night. You can see the different contrasts in the cloud, the heat and the coolness of the clouds, water, I don't know. But this thing is really hauling butt. So when I show you the next one, remember in the first one I thought that it looked like there were 2 orbs next to each other. In this next clip, there definitely are 2 side by side. But this one is a really cool one too. And I'm going to slow these down a little bit too. So stay tuned. Hold on. All right, so here's the next one. Now, this is a pair of them. These are spheres. Here you can see they look like they're stacked on top of each other, and they're actually going to roll over and look like they're going to be sitting next to each other. Sorry for the shaky hands. I was just trying to get my fingers on the button to zoom in. I didn't use the picture-in-picture. I wish I would have, but look at that. It's just 2 round balls right next to each other. And this one was moving pretty darn fast too. I lost it behind the tree. I tried to regain sight of it, but I couldn't find it. It was gone. Disappeared into the clouds somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. You know, let's look at that again. And again, here it is once more. So I'm going to go ahead and combine both of those clips from the one that's single, that's hauling butt, and this one. And I'm going to reduce the play speed to half, 50%. So we can slow things down. Because again, these things are moving pretty darn fast. And like I said, they've got me stumped. But it is what it is. Definitely doesn't look like an airplane. All right, so this is the first one, and I've slowed the video down on this one to about 50% speed, so we can actually get a better glimpse at it, or study it a little bit better, I guess. Like I said, I wish I would have used the picture-in-picture or zoomed in on it, but originally the thing was going so damn fast that it was just hard to keep up with it on the thermal. Again, I had to use the Nightvision to spot it, because I would have never found this thing if I was just looking around with the night vision, or with the thermal, I mean. But you can see on the left side how far up I was pointing the scope, right? So I didn't zoom in on it, but when I did here, when it's slower in the slow speed mode, as I zoom in on it, it actually almost looked like a coin that's being flipped, right? How a coin will tumble. So maybe not spherical, maybe it's saucer shaped or disc shaped, and it's actually tumbling. So weird. And it disappears into the cloud. All right, so again, here is the pair of them, the second clip. Again, 50% speed. And you can definitely tell that those things are orbs or spheres or whatever. And again, through the night vision, this only looked like one bright light. No blinking lights, no nothing. These things were dead silent. They made no noise as they went overhead. And you can see, again, from the left side of the little meter there on the left side, I was pointing the scope darn near straight up. But, I mean, look at this thing. Even at 50% speed, it's still hauling butt. Those are that's definitely not an airplane. I've showed you the examples of airplanes and other things. So, I don't know, guys. Like I said, I need your input. So, definitely leave some comments and let me know what you think. Because I'm stumped here, and I have no idea. I mean, I've been seeing these things for years, so. All right, guys. Well, like I said, this thermal scope is pretty darn amazing for the price I paid for it for HTI. It was under $1,500, $14.99, and it's a 640 thermal scope with a 35 millimeter lens. The picture quality is outstanding. So, all right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it, and as always, thanks for watching.